It's the holiday season. Time to light up the tree, sit by your fake fireplace, and drink some hot cocoa while you listen to me telling you how great Nights is! It's a one-of-a-kind game. It's an action platformer, but instead of platforming, you fly all the time.
So now we have this game, which in English you'd call a platform action game. Except this was a platform action game without any platforms. So we had to figure out how exactly we'd even be able to do that.
The game starts you with one of two defenseless children who get attacked on all sides at the beginning of each level. Once you wake up from getting jumped, you walk over to Knights and start flying. Once you're in the air, you fly through rings and collect 20 orbs and destroy that giant plasma ball looking thing, which I assume is generating all the nightmares. The game is all about score, so you really gotta get those combos in to get a good rank, which is easier said than done. Knights controls just fine, assuming you're using the right controller. Preferably one with an analog stick. I don't have a 3D controller, but I do have an adapter that lets me use my Xbox controller. But even with that, you need good reflexes and to learn the level layout to know where to maneuver around. It's like perfecting a time trial in a racing game, but instead it's a flying platformer.
Never, not anywhere. But especially not on that other system. Simply because, with only one processor, it doesn't have the power to do it. Fly, plaything, fly. You're not ready.
Stay up! I am not any good at this game. The best I can do is a C rank on a good day. This game is strict, and don't run out of time while you're Knights either. You turn back into a defenseless child, and when that happens, you need to follow the arrow to get back to Knights and avoid the floating alarm clock chasing you. If you get caught, you wake up. I can only assume the bed is absolutely soaked in multiple fluids after witnessing whatever nightmare that was. When you pass through all 4 laps, you fight a boss at the end of the level. Some of these are easy to beat. A majority of them just require you to charge into them. But once you beat them, they die with a dramatic explosion. If you beat the Riala boss fight, you unlock a 2-player mode, where you and a lad fight each other as Knights in Riala. It seems like a pretty neat mode, if you have a friend to play with, but all of mine are on holiday. The game is super short, if you're good at it. There's only 7 levels total, and you unlock the last one by getting C rank or higher in every level before. You know what? We'll get back to the story later. The game got a full remake for the PlayStation 2 in 2008, but only in Japan. Aww. But in 2012, the PlayStation 2 version got ported to the PlayStation Network, Xbox Live, and PC everywhere else. Yeah! The game looks beautiful remade PS2 graphics. And if you want, you can play the whole thing with the Sega Saturn graphics. I feel like they even made the game more merciful with the ranking. I'm not able to get an A or B rank as easy, but I'm having a much easier time getting C ranks in this version. And look, I actually have all the levels in this version. So in this game's story, a girl named Clarice, or Clarice, I'm gonna call her Clarice, is having nightmares about failing her American Idol audition so hard that everyone around her turns into demons and try to kill her. Meanwhile, a boy named Elliot is having a nightmare about being pwned so hard on the basketball court that all the dudes that crushed his ego turn into demons and try to kill him. Yeah, go to any fighting game tournaments. This one's less of a nightmare, more reality. From this point, the gameplay starts where you go into dreams and fly as Knights, leading up to the last level, which has some of the best storytelling I've seen in this era of gaming. You start as one of the kids walking over to Knights, but the big evil dude Wiseman pushes you off to a small floating chunk of land all alone. No level. No Nightopians, no Knights. All you can do is take a leap of faith.
Like, what's up, danger? Like, what's
And oh god, you can fly on your own! You don't need that dumb purple freak! At least until the boss fight afterwards, where you get double Knights! This level alone makes this game of the year for 1996 easily, which is not saying much. Nothing else important came out that year. The game ends with Clarice discovering she can actually sing in real life, and Elliot finds out he actually does have skills in basketball. They both eventually find each other, and I assume they hook up and, you know, get together or something. And with the end of the night terrors, they can finally have a peaceful... Wait! Out the window! Is he? He's real! Oh my god, he's real! It's not a dream! He's right there! He's real! He's real! This game is quite unique. Every level is super imaginative, and I like the little moments where they change up the gameplay style in certain laps of the stage. Sega knew they had a gem on their hands, so they tried to sell that uniqueness in the form of a special demo disc called Christmas Nights.
Sega Saturn Christmas Nights campaign.
This was a sample CD that came with Sega magazines, bundled with other games, or sold separately for a cheap price. On a normal day, this is just the first level of Nights, but on April Fool's Day, you play as Riala. On New Year's Day, the kids get some New Year themed outfits, and on Christmas Day, the game becomes Christmas Nights. Everything in the first level becomes snowy and Christmas themed, and even all the music in the game gets changed to a Christmas version. The story is, Elliot and Clarice are celebrating Christmas together, and they begin to notice the star that was on top of the Christmas tree is now missing. Okay, I don't think all Christmas trees need a star on top. Mine's got this swagadocious top hat, and it still brings in the good Christmas energy. But anyway, the kids have a dream where they get the star back, and Elliot slips. And they enjoy Christmas together. Also, I just want to say that I absolutely love the main theme Dreams, specifically the adult version. And if you beat Christmas Nights, you get the acapella version.
In a dream I could see you are not far away. Anytime, any place, I can see your face.
Fun fact, this song also plays during the Christmas DLC for Sonic Adventure on the Dreamcast. Only on the Dreamcast, though. Every time you beat the demo level, you get to play a memory game where you get a chance to unlock special features that aren't in the main Saturn game. I guess they wanted to add those, but they were rushed for time. But you unlock things like a gallery, a time attack mode, and a score attack mode. I just let myself die a lot so I can get a chance to unlock stuff faster. I don't have time to beat that level repeatedly over and over again. It's tiring. But I'm mainly here to unlock one thing. My boy, Sonic into Dreams! In this, the playable kids character has been reskinned as Sonic, and you're much faster and you can jump higher. You're meant to play the level as normal, but without the 2D perspective and the flying of Knights. And then after that, you fight the second boss from the main game, reskinned as Eggman. Sonic controls tanky and wonky as heck, but it's still an interesting feature. I'm happy this is in. This is fun to play around with. You can unlock the Christmas version of Knights and the remake version. You know, the one that's on PS3, Xbox, and Steam. But there's no 2-player mode or playable Sonic. But you're not missing much. This is still a great game to experience for the holidays. Knights is an amazing game that left a big legacy. But we'll get into that legacy on a later video. Until then, Merry Christmas and sweet dreams! Happy holidays, and Merry Christmas. At the time of this recording, it's like 11:18 p.m. So I tried to make this a Christmas special, but like, you know, everything was against me, from like making this video to like my computer crapping out, to like getting writer's block from finishing the script, and like my capture card for the game messed up, and I lost like 4 hours of recording. I had to do it all over again. It is a mess, but like I, you know, worked through it, and I got it all done, and you know, it still turned out to be a good video. And, you know, there's a gap between uploads between here and now. I'm going to like, I plan on like making more stuff. I just been busy, but now I'm getting back into the groove because I'm more productive, especially with my podcast. Just gonna plug the podcast real quick. Go to the Screen Blast podcast to, if you want to see me and my friend Brian. We're just talk whatever, movies, TV shows, you know, we have different podcast shows. Hopefully we can get you on there someday. But there's going to be a part 2 to this, with Balan Wonderworld and other stuff. And I know there's a sequel, and there's a lot of stuff. I'm going to cover that in a later video. That's a different video on its own. This video already took long enough. It's a short video, but it already took long enough to make. Yeah, other than that, like, happy, it's a late Christmas special, or early, if you're gonna watch it next year or the years after. But yeah, thank you for watching, thank you for, finding this video, and if you know, watch my stuff in the past, thank you for sticking with me. So yeah, let's have a good new year, and log it out, everybody!